Man, what it do, what it YouTube, your world, Shemines and them five shot and reporting on the Bamboozle Again News Network. Actually, my new name is Six Shotting, but I'm getting better. Whew, I was just wondering, look like Pookie now, man. I was wondering, yo, who I turned my black card into, yo? Like, is there like the Dave Chappelle racial draft? Can I get a trade off Team Black? Y'all been trying to get a trade off Team Black for at least a decade. And I'm still stuck on the team, yo. I don't want to play for Team Black no more, yo. I don't like how the organization being ran. I don't like the players we pick up. None of that. But they won't trade me off the team, yo. Why? I want to know why, yo. I feel like I'm playing the best years of my career for the Washington Wizards, yo. Very seldom we make the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Playoffs? Playoffs? Like that dude from, what was that, the coach of the Colts. And it been like this. It just, I don't know. I was talking to a brother yesterday at the job, right? You know, he trying to get on his feet, trying to find work in the rural area. But then he was giving me all these stories about how his kid, mom, got him, locked up and this, that, and the third. And then they'll use your empathy or kids against you, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it just seemed like, well, for me, rather, I come to this realization, right, that during there, everything I was attached to was hell-bent on either one, destroying me, or two, holding me, in a certain place in naiveness, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And when the brother was sharing, it was transporting me back to a time when I was in that space where she'd be like, well, you got your issues, you go work on it or address it or whatever the case may be. Play supportive will say, yo, fight for your family. One, why should I have to fight for something that's mine? You know what I'm saying? That's like me fighting for my car that I pay for. I already paid for it. Like, so why do I gotta fight for something that's mine, right? Fight for your family, you feel me? And then come to discover she don't fight no dinglings out of it. You know what I'm saying? Not to be, overly crude, but I keeps it real in the battlefield. And my content is more so geared towards men, even though I understand women have, their similar plight in their own kind of way with the Pookie man or the smooth, talker or whatever, but he don't do nothing, he just make it sound good. But if he didn't talk, you wouldn't be able to see, like they do all this talking so that you forget they ain't done none of the stuff they talking about. If you strip the words away, you be like, God darn, this is a horrible individual to deal with. They try to, through YouTube, I come to discover like gaslighting, where they try to change your reality of what you know to be true. Again, back to, fight for your family or I love you. But I just see you smack all these other dudes and then blame me for it and try to make it seem like I'm the reason you're doing what you want to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild out here, yo. Then let's say you gravitate to, okay, a grouping of brothers, right, in the church, in the mosque, maybe politically. You find out they all sold out. And then, almost like the Truman Show, you don't even have to realize you're waking up. They can just realize that, oh, I don't think he's fully bought in. They'll excommunicate you out the game, tear your name up, and you ain't did nothing to them. The black man has no allies, yo. That's crazy. Not even amongst his own kind. That's why I want to trade. I've been trying to get a trade. I've been trying to leave the country. I fell back on that whole thing because I think my war is here. You know what I'm saying? What kind of soldier want to retire from the war while the war's still going on? You know what I mean? But it's just crazy. And even for the sisters, right, who, let's say we all get bamboozled to some degree, so maybe, whatever your situation is, and I ain't going, get all into that, right? But then you'll notice, you might meet, let's say a halfway decent dude, but it's hard to compete with the Jezebel, because they're everywhere. And then here's what tripped me out, right? Let's say, I heard this talking point about pick-me's versus the 304 and all that. So you're a 304, right? And you cool, you proud of it, till somebody call you on, then you say you're not that, but whatever, right? But then you'll attempt to shame people who don't do what you do. Why? I understand why from a spiritual perspective, right? You know what I'm saying? But why do hoes hate on women who are more, let's say, traditional or whatever you want to call that? Or maybe they've had a season of that and then like, nah, this ain't where it's at, and try to do something else. They'll shame you. Be on a work site with all the 304 garden tools, right? And you don't move or have the conversation. They'll all gang up on you like you doing something to them. Let you not want to overly gossip or get caught in the workplace reindeer games. They be whispering, talking about you behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, like Tupac said, they say it's the white man that I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. That's why Black Lives Matter was a complete hypocritical statement or title to call your organization. We're trying to tell other people that Black Lives matter to other people. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Black lives don't matter to black people. If we're the greatest unalivers of our own, through abortion, you know what I mean? But Black Lives Matter don't apply to abortion though. And then when you bring this talking point up, then they go into like this intellectual abyss of absolutely nothing. So you just want them to stop killing us, but you still want the right to kill your own for your own purposes, so you can continue to or behave in a way that led you to have to make that choice in the first place. You can't even talk to the average Negro in this major. You can't even talk to him. Talk to him about what? This reminds me of the story I read in Maccabees, where there was a civil war between those, ain't nothing new under the sun, between those who had assimilated to Roman culture for whatever perks and those who were still attempting to hold to the Torah. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But what would be odd to me is the fact these people will attack you or gang stalk you or gang up on you. You know what I'm saying? You got the real or you got the fake posing as real. Like your pastor man or my man's and them from Baltimore. He told me that Mayor Brandon Scott, supposedly word on the street, his that's a farce for him, you know what I mean? Like in, boys and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But he act like he a man of the people because he speak the lingo or he got a little George Jefferson fro or whatever. But and here's another one, right? Ever more so, it seemed like everybody in the Christian church, black Christian church, now I understand the talking point of the modern women being XYZ and all that, but they can't be so bad you want to deal with homie. You know what I'm saying? The Greek letter organizations and the HBCU, all them brothers be, not all of them, but the vast majority, they're definitely spirit. The flip-floppity stuff, you know what I'm talking about? You just kept flip-flopping it on me. You know what, I mean, and then the real, you know what I'm saying, who just trying to just be a man, right? Man, you got so many roadblocks. You get the victory, they move the goalpost. You're fighting for your kid. The other party fighting against you for something y'all supposed to be fighting for together. I think I was listening to Dr. Fumar, right? And he come with some good content, or good talking points. But they was talking about, but I wonder about this one, because I understand that the civil rights movement was socially engineered and spearheaded. But then they say, they was looking at Dr. King movement, right? And what is his greatest supporters? They say it was small black business, right? So then they, deindustrialized the inner city, put the drugs in the hood, welfare, and then push women into work. So they can't fight us if he too busy at home fighting these women. And then, oh my darn, boy. Like I said, and I keep highlighting this as just a social, guidepost, right? Anytime here in my, small town where you got DC guys who are practicing Muslims coming down here and they're marrying white women. And then, just putting it under, Islamic law contract. That lets you know how jacked up they have destroyed the black family. Like, even when you go into these various talking points of whatever about the black community, the black plight, they want to solve the problem without getting to the core of the issue. 95% of the black issue, the root cause is the disruption of the nuclear family. Something that is natural since the dawn of mankind and in all other races, right? But we want to solve the problem without doing that. So we want black empowerment without a black family. We want black generational wealth without a black family. We want to rear our kids better without a black family. It all starts at the home. But we try to figure out why none of the stuff don't work. But we trying to fix it without going to the actual root cause of the problem. Like, okay, let's say I'm having car problems, right? And I take it to the mechanic and he say it's the transmission. You need to tend to that. But then I just go get the oil change. I get the tires rotated. He told me what the problem was, but I want to fix everything else but the problem. And then complain about, yo, why my car still doing whatever, yo? The man told you it was the transmission. He's a professional to diagnose a particular problem in this area, but you got the light bulb changed. Yo, it's wild out here, yo. Like Biggie said, all these hoes, I got to like one. I don't like none of them. I don't like Moneybagg Yo to a degree. I don't like B words. I don't like N words. I don't like nobody. Except y'all on here listening. And you know what I mean by that, But it's just, you can't fool with them. And it's not so much you can't fool with them. You just come to understand they're detrimental to your growth and achievement. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than the plantation, you feel me? I mess around, tell main man, I'm ready to make a run for it, cuz. He go tell on me so he can get a couple extra pieces of cornbread. They rather see you stuck on the plantation with them than get free. The way my brain's set up, if somebody tell me they ready to run off the plantation, I might not be ready to do that. But I'm like, all right, cuz. Hey, you need me to set a fire over here? You know what I'm saying? Whenever time you ready to leave, y'all do that for you, yo. Yo, when you get to where you're going, yo, don't forget about me, cuz. I'm not, you trying to you want to get to a better situation. Hey, boss, he talking about running off, cuz. No, man, how, yo? We like being slaves, yo. What kind of human being don't have no problem being subservient to another group and race of people, yo? That's why I now understand the whole polygyny or whatever doctrine don't hold no weight. Because how do you practice that where you don't own none of the laws or you can't make none of the laws? You know what I'm saying? You can't levy any kind of punishment or social reprimand if she decide to flip mode squad on you. You just better hope she don't. And then other brothers that do that, that's more of a Hebrew talking point based on like the Old Testament. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I get it, right? But I've never seen an example of that in the New Testament when they was in captivity. How do you do that? And how do you keep track of who belonged to who? You know what I'm saying? But of the brothers who do practice polygyny and it seems like it's working for them, they're not Hebrew. They're in the world. How the world do godly stuff better than us? You know what I'm saying? Of the people I know who got decent relationships, they don't believe in God for the most part. Or they're of another nationality. You know what I'm saying? We can't even do the right stuff right. We do the right stuff wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I was in treatment in Baltimore. I dealt with so many Christian black Negroes. I woke up one day and said, man, I'm done with this. I'm going to find me some white folk to help me. Because at least with white, they'll do you know what I mean? They'll do whatever. But at least they do it with a little more finesse. And at least you know what you're getting. Negro can't make no money off. You'll never see the Negro again. Even though he was talking all this Gucci Dan stuff. Just like how the pastor man, I'm the $1 million pastor man. But I keep telling you, give me money, yo. In this economic climate. When pastor give back day? Is that ever a thing, yo? Pastor give back day, yo? I'm giving everybody $200 a day for service, yo. Or we taking these donations, but we're gonna start the church garden and livestock farm. Men of God, but afraid of the adversary. How? Then we fighting for all this fake money that they make go desert. So that'd be crazy. You sell your soul and then realize what you sold your soul for is now valueless. You sold your soul. You gave away for free. They bamboozled again. How my man Facing Gay said, the devil don't get beat on deals he make with men. In the history of him messing with mankind, ain't nobody ever got up on Satan. That's why the weapons of our warfare aren't carnal, they're spiritual. It's crazy, yo. And then if I say something like this to, let's say, the church house Negro, man, he'll call police on me, yeah. That's like Geno Jennings when them Hebrew Israelite brothers surrounded his church, and he talk all this tough stuff and and I'm a man and pow and whoop whoop whoop. The people come out deep and surround your church during service. You send your parishioners out, but you go out the back door. Oh, come on, cuz. You know what I mean? The power of God and rah, 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 with a lot of authority. And then you go get jabbed up. Here's what's crazy, yo. All the people who, now I ain't got no COVID. And if I did, I don't care. But it's wild how all the people who got COVID are vaccinated against the very same thing. And then we'll tell you, oh, it wouldn't be as bad if I didn't get it. I ain't never got it. COVID or the shot. But at the time, they were scared, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. You might perish. Okay, tell me of somebody you know who wasn't either already old or already obese who died from the demonstration. You can't name none. And other people that I know, I can't, man. You ain't got that for nothing. Now you got nanoparticles all up in your bloodstream, and you got world-class athletes running and just dropping dead and going to the upper room. But somehow, like, I ain't gonna talk about it, but somebody asked me, right? They were saying, they were basically saying, I'm trying to tiptoe around this. If I had to call out, they were gonna give me a COVID test. For what? What I need one of them for? You're vaccinated. So how me having let's say, I got COVID X49 to the 12th power. If I got that, how are you in danger if you vaccinated? 40 times over. That's like me eating, I go to McDonald's, that's like me going to McDonald's, but I'm still hungry. But I ate 4 value meals. I just went there for nothing and just gave them people my money, yo. I eat, but I'm still hungry. But I get mad at you because you won't go to McDonald's. Come on, folks. I don't even know what I'm going to call this. John just on here early morning ranting. You know what I'm talking about? I'm ready to go to work, yo. And the only reason I go to work is for like this, the conversation I had with the brother. It put me back in that zone, kid. Word up, man. You know what I'm saying? When he was talking. So let's get solution oriented. So I, gave him some tangible suggestions. I don't have his personal number. I'll reach out to him through a third party and have another play for him. But I love to see Negro overcome their Jezebel woman and stick it to her with success. How 21 Savage said, I'm just stunting on my ex. Yeah, because they tried to fade you. You know what I'm saying? And when you overcome and after all they taxes didn't work and you actually came out a better person, make you hit the bankhead bounce. Can't touch that. Oh, and I bet you one thing, you ain't got to worry about me dealing with nobody like you ever again. No, sir. I heard she the throat monster. I don't care nothing about that. Your throat ain't worth it. Excuse me for being bald. I'm just keeping it real about it. No, I want to stay harmonious with myself. I'd rather have some peace by the river than some, you know what I mean? And then they just despicable, cuz. Man, they letting anybody go up in them and selling themselves and acting like that's cool, you know. Here's the thing, though. And I seen the Angela Yee woman on her podcast with the rest of the chickens, right? They don't talk about nothing else but hoeing. These women in their 40s got to be. Where's all this other than a podcast talking about hoeing? Hoeing for the woman is no different than the drug game for the Negro. It might benefit you in your 20s, but once you get 30, 40, 50, the same thing that used to make you laugh, make you cry, because ain't nobody taking you serious. You know what I'm saying? Now you got all this trauma and scars from the thing you used to be proud of. Know what I'm talking about? I don't hear none of these chicken tenders say, yeah, I did it, but, I missed out on a good man, and now I got to work for the rest of my life, and I just blame men, and, you know what I'm saying, my insides wore out, and, you know what I'm saying, don't nobody take me seriously. So now I sleep with young dudes who don't know nobody. Don't nobody keep it real on the battlefield like that, cuz. Or the hustle mind. Yeah, I was hustling my 20s. I made $3 million in 2 years, but then I did 10. Then I got out, and I was homeless. Then I went back in the game, got jammed up quickly again, did another 10 years. So now I'm 40, having gave 20 years of my life to the system. And I come out, and I can't send an email. Yo, don't be like me, cuz. Can you teach me how to hop on Facebook so I can find me a woman to move in with since I just got out of jail, yo? Oh, man. This is what we get for disobeying the Most High, yo. Granted, I wasn't there, yo. Had I been there, and my mom, no, sir, no, yo. But I guess, if it was prophesied that, or it had to happen that way, are we been, you know what I'm saying? Are we, just like when we was in Egypt, right, during the time of Joseph and all that, from what I read, I think we was all right. So we was in the perfect will of the Most High, but because we were increasing in numbers, we got put in slavery for 400 years. Hey, that's above my pay grade. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's all, hey, it's like the Most High is the big homie, right? Not to like make it draw that just to not to draw it down to like, something, but he like the big homie. Like in the gang culture or whatever, and big homie say, yo, you know what I'm saying, we gotta go over here and do this, but we might get locked up, but we got to do it because we down by law. But it's your honor and privilege to ride for the set. You know what I'm saying? No matter how it go, you down by law. And that's how I'm carrying it. Like the big high, the big homie. And whatever come with this, whether it be incarceration, whether it be the guillotine, whether it's design, or he say you can never be have a mate like Paul, and if that's the case, then give me strength day by day. And on that note, I'm gonna holler at y'all. One love, baby. Ooh.